that his foot hit the base first and then the ball get there first, they go to the tape. If there is a call in a boxing match that Mayweather hit below the belt, they go to the tape. I come to Central State tonight to say to the Attorney General, let's go to the tape. We don't have to argue about it. We don't have to debate it. Go to the tape. What's Sharpton doing in town? Go to the tape. Because if you won't go to the tape, and you have the tape, we can only assume what we want. A grand jury is a secret proceeding.
Yes, yes.
This is a public concern. Leads right into why we're here tonight. We are being discarded and disrespected because they think they can get away with it. Oh, they know we get mad for a minute or two. But as long as our anger is a fit rather than a movement,
All right.
long as they have you divided and confused and disconnected, they don't have to worry about you. Oh, they get mad a day or two. They break a window or two, but don't matter, they ain't doing nothing. We gonna have the power. I was telling the African American Chamber of Commerce this morning, where Bishop Hilton and Representative Reese and I were there. And I was telling them that I grew up, my father left when I was 9. It's a whole ugly, harmful, psychologically damaging separation of my parents. Mother raised me by herself on welfare, the whole bit. And for many years I wouldn't deal with it. As I got older, didn't even know where it was, found out where it was, but was bitter. But of late, I've tried to establish a relationship with my father. About 3 weeks ago, I was in Orlando, Florida, speaking, and he lived in Orlando. I took him to breakfast. And he's over the last several years apologized for things he did. And I told him at breakfast the other morning, I said, I didn't bring you to breakfast here no more apologies. I want to ask you about my aunts and my uncles and my grandfather. I want to know about my bloodline. I was fortunate to make it anyhow. People like James Brown, Singer, and others became like a father to me, but they were not my father. And I wanted to know about my genetic tree and what folk was like, because you never know who you are till you know who you come from. And he began telling me stories about my grandfather and about my grandmother and about my great-grandfather and all that he knew. And it occurred to me, Reverend Rivers, while he was talking, that one of the worst things that happened in slavery, and many of them were terrible, was when they separated families. Not only did they separate families because they wanted to break the bond and break people conspiring. One of the things they do when they broke up families, mother sold to Alabama, daddy to Mississippi, sister to North Carolina, never to reunite. When they break up that connection, you lose the narrative and the story of who you are. There's nobody to tell you your story. and they erase your memory. So when they can erase your memory, then they can reinvent you into whoever they want you to be. If you don't know who you are, then anybody can tell you something else and you will be that because you don't know no better. So if you don't know about James Brown singing, "I'm Black and Proud," you don't know about Aretha singing "Respect," if you're disconnected from that because somebody tell you that's old school, ain't got nothing to do with you, they can reinvent you in the moment. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You can sit up in a state where the governor can tell you you need special ID to vote. And you be saying, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with it is we always had ID to vote. That ain't nothing new. We had ID when Nixon ran, and Carter ran, and Reagan ran, and Bush ran, and Clinton ran, and Bush Jr. ran. But now we get to Obama, we need some special ID. What's wrong with ID we already had? And then they look at you like you're crazy. Well, people should have ID. People always did have ID. You trying to require ID that you know that certain targeted areas will be disenfranchised and don't have that kind of ID. Why do they need it? Well, we fighting fraud. What fraud? Justice Department says 0.0003% fraud. Why are you giving us medicine for something we're not sick with? But if we can lock you out of vote, if we can rob you of the right to vote, that's why Shirley Chisholm, when I was a kid, energized America when she ran. And that's why the Shirley Chisholm today, Alicia Reese, trying to get you the right to vote in the state of Ohio. It always takes young, gallant black women that'll pick up the slack when some of the black men won't stand up. It's time for us to rise up, because if we all will rise, if young people in Ohio was registered to vote and turning these campuses upside down, the Attorney General and Governor and everybody else would take the bass out their voice and talk to us like they got good sense. They talk arrogant because they think they can. But if you were registered to vote and organizing to vote and fight for the right to vote, I couldn't get on the stage because Kasich would be up here himself. This is not about you helping, so it's about helping yourself. Well, Red Mal, I don't know if voting make a difference. Really? Ain't no difference between George Bush and Barack Obama. Ain't no difference between not having health care and having health care. Ain't no difference in you being able to sign to your mama and daddy's insurance till you 26 and not. There's a big difference. Well, I don't believe in this. I believe in fighting the man. Well, how you gonna fight? About Michael Brown in Missouri? A grand jury is going to decide that. Grand juries are chosen by registered voters. You concerned about Crawford? A grand jury is chosen by registered voters. Don't be so mad that you get past the point of being able to do something about what you're angry about. And our challenge is that we must organize as Ohio goes the presidency. And who will decide who will go in the White House after Obama and who will serve in this state during the midterm will be those that vote in the state of Ohio and those that don't vote. Let me tell you this, those of you that don't vote is voting with your non-vote. Because every one of you that could vote, that don't vote, you're helping the opposition. I told some folks in 2012, we was down in Georgia, and I said, come on, we got to vote today. Man, I don't know what we're gonna do. I said, let me ask you something. What are you doing today on your schedule? They sitting on the corner, passing a beer around, doing nothing. I said, look like you got a heavy schedule. What y'all doing? Well, I ain't doing nothing. Okay, well, it takes you a few minutes to vote. Since you ain't doing nothing, you don't think it'll do nothing. Since you're not doing nothing more important, come do this. Any excuse. I'm telling you, there's nothing more important right now in this country. In light of all that we're seeing, black unemployment double, black youth unemployment double, people getting degrees and can't find jobs, we need to vote about it. Police shooting unarmed people, we need to vote about it. We don't know the difference between winter and summer. Folks running around talking about they don't believe in climate change. We need to vote about it. There are serious things happening right in our lifetime. And we need to deal with it, and we need to deal with it now. Let me tell you this, and I'll let you go. The cultural perversion. Don't let nobody tell you that we are a race that can't achieve anything. We are a race that can achieve everything. Don't let people define you outside of who you are. How you define yourself is how you confine yourself. Don't let nobody tell you their view of you. You tell them who you are. They sit up on these programs talking about the problem with black young people is they come from dysfunctional homes. No, we come from homes that maybe everybody wasn't there, but we learned how to function. Daddy left when I was a little boy, but mama never was dysfunctional.